More than half of these are British colonies. Africa's leaders often claim that homosexuality is an important West.
Coming to terms with the fact that I have to re-record this again. Once again, why do I live in the loudest neighborhood? I was so inspired to hear the speeches on this platform of Ibrahim Traore. This was a discussion that took place months ago, but it seems relevant to the last two posts that I've made. I was searching, I was hunting for this video, the one that I stitched. This topic came up with a user that I'm going to keep anonymous, and I had shared some of the speeches with this person, and they came up back with this, and I was very disappointed to read it. To be honest, I haven't looked into the veracity of this too deeply, but ultimately it didn't surprise me much for the reasons that this creator lays out in this piece of media that she made 2 or 3 years ago. And also, as I pointed out in my reply to her, was because this has affected specifically my community in Latin America. Even in the revolutionary age that swept up Latin America in the 1960s, 70s, the influence that these Catholic dogmas had on Latin revolutionary cultures was inextricable. And I used to debate the old guard revolutionaries on this. And I was waved away for having imperialist liberal ideologies, because liberal ideology had taken up that identity, and it was the only context that we had. Why I spent so long on searching this video is because the work of this amazing creator points out something that I knew, but I had no historical proof for myself at the time when I would fight for gay rights in these debates. And this was something that in the first time I recorded this, I relayed through a story where I was on a date with a person of color, and we saw a very tall individual who was presenting feminine, but a lot of people would say, I don't know their pronouns because they're a stranger, but they'd say they're not passing. And my date made a comment, commenting on the ubiquity of these individuals now. And my rebuttal was simply, they have always been here. He was incredulous. We weren't in the gay neighborhood. He thought I meant they have always been in this neighborhood. We were both lifelong Torontoians. But I didn't mean here specifically. I meant here on this planet. They have always been on this earth with us. They are part of human history. One of my pet peeves is seeing people be evangelical with the works of Marx. He was not a prophet. He was limited in the period of which he was writing on. I made a video on YouTube detailing how he could accurately point to religion being the opiate of the masses, but could not accurately point to the fact that racism was the more effective opiate in the United States. And fine, I haven't read Das Kapital, so please, someone who has, correct me if I'm wrong and let me know if he specifically mentions homosexuality or queer identity in Das Kapital. The closest thing he comes to critiquing heteronormative structures and the way they function is in the manifesto and the abolition of the family. But he doesn't have to specifically mention the LGBTQA plus community in any of his writings in order for us to know how to proceed. If a member of the proletariat is also a member of the LGBTQA plus community, it doesn't matter. They are part of the proletariat. They are also fighting for liberation. Queer liberation is liberation for us all. To quote a phrase that I don't know if it's from this content creator Andrewism or if it's an anarchist slogan, but it's all power to all the people.